Hello! Teacher Alyssa here, waiting to tell you all about my first week at VIPKID. It has been an absolute blast. The main thing that I want to talk about is the early mornings. That's something that I didn't find a lot of information on whenever I was looking around the internet for videos. And I have to say it hasn't been bad at all. You learn to love the early mornings, and whenever you get to hang out with these precious, they're so cute, these cute little babies in the mornings, it just kind of makes all the tired go away for me. And this is coming from someone who not only teaches at VIPKID, but also teaches middle school all day long, all week long as well. So far, so good. The next thing is schedule. Scheduling has been quite easy, actually. We're told to keep our schedules going for 4 weeks so that parents can kind of see our availability. As soon as I opened my schedule and everything was good to go, my schedule completely booked up for 3 full weeks. I have taught 28 classes this past week, and that's just from teaching in the mornings before I go to school, and then teaching on the weekends, on Friday nights and Saturday nights. So I'm definitely no expert yet or anything. I just wanted to kind of give you my input on how I feel about it after my first week. Number 3, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is just the curriculum and the absolute, like, total no need for lesson plans at all, because VIPKID has their own curriculum, and like they have these little slides that have teacher directions at the bottom of them. And while it does take some planning the night before just to know what you're going to be teaching the next day, it is nowhere compared to the massive amount of planning that you do whenever you're an actual classroom teacher. So that's definitely a plus. You kind of have some guidance. You know what to do. It tells you exactly what to say. It tells you to use a lot of TPR, which stands for total physical response. It's using your hands, which is probably why I've been doing this a lot. But it's basically just all the directions, everything that you need to know is on each slide. So that's very convenient for someone who is a planner and needs that I guess guidance almost. So it's convenient for if you haven't been teaching in the classroom for a long time, or even if you have and you just enjoy having a plan in front of you. For reference, I keep a notebook of the lesson plans, and I'm not going to show you an actual detailed lesson plan just to protect the privacy of VIPKID and their copyright and all of that, but I'll show you just an example of, like, this is one of the warm-ups. So you can see it says, like, how's the weather, blah blah blah, the song. But then at the bottom it says teacher and students sing the song together. Teacher circles the relevant picture while singing. So, and this is at the bottom of every single slide. So you know exactly what to circle, what to say, how to teach it. It tells you to say it in a high or a low voice, or even sometimes it tells you what examples to use and such. And so this has been extremely convenient for me. You're able to just jump in, which is just really cool with this company, I think. So my little folder. I really like organization. Number 4, something that I didn't realize that I would accumulate so unbelievably quickly, are all of my props. So you definitely need a whiteboard. You will use this a lot in demonstrating, like, big letters, small letters, math problems, vocabulary, tic-tac-toe, little games like that. This will come in more handy than any other prop that you have. So you need to have a surplus of markers and your dry erase board and a little eraser. If you have no other props, this is the one you have to have. Just trust me on that one. So the whiteboard is a great tool. It's the best prop that I have. It's the one that I use the most. But there are a few more that will entertain the kids so much that you just can't help but buy them. But but don't let that make you think that you have to buy them, because you don't. They're not necessary. They just kind of add to the fun for the kids. And I find that for me, I need the fun in the morning so that I have the energy to keep going, especially with these little kids who kind of depend on you to have the energy, and they kind of feed off of your energy. So here we go. The first fan favorite on the list, and also my personal favorite, is Curious George. The kids really like my Curious George monkey because he is very wiggly and he can dance as a reward for the kids when they do really well. And he's also really great for those, shy kids that just need a little extra energy to keep going. Because remember that it's morning for us for the most part, but for them it's after they've been to school all day and after they've had an entire day, so they're tired. They depend on things like this to get going during the lesson, and you will too. And number 2 on the favorite props list is Mr. Panda. I got this for like $4 in the dog toy section at Home Goods. That's a tip if you're gonna buy stuffed animals or any type of animal for like animal lessons or for just for fun. Go to the dog toy section. Look for the ones that like squeaks. You don't have to squeak them during class, although it does make the kids laugh. But they'll never know that they're for dogs, and you pay like $10 less. So that's just a tip. Also, Dollar Tree will become your favorite store in the entire world. I've been to the Dollar Tree at least, embarrassingly, but I'm not that ashamed of it. I've probably been to the dollar store 10 times in the past 7 days. Something else that I very much so recommend when it comes to props that's pretty much necessary. I wouldn't say that these are necessary, but they're another dollar store find. I got so many of these for like maybe $4. I got like hundreds of them at the dollar store. Flashcards. So you would be amazed at how handy these are. Especially whenever you've got a letter on a screen and it's like a kid that has never seen the letter D before, for example, and they're kind of looking at it and they're like, yeah. And so then you're going to have to teach them to find the big D and the small d. And so it helps a lot to have an example, big and then small. And they really like the little flashcards. For some reason these have been very helpful. And then on the back of these, I really like these because whenever you have the counting lessons, there's a lot of lessons where they have to count either by 1s or 2s or 5s and so on. And these are great for just asking the kids kind of as an extension of the lesson. Can you count the donuts? How many donuts do you see? Also, to save money, I personally went to Target and bought a little, it was like a $17 laminator, and it was so unbelievably worth it because now I have so many laminated props, which don't cost me hardly anything. I just print them out and then use them. So if there's like a food item or whatever, like chair, bed is in the lesson tomorrow, and so I printed out a picture of a chair and a bed, and then I cut it out, laminated it. That is so much more convenient than having to go out and grab a prop. It's pretty much free aside from the cost of ink, which I already have, and the laminator was $17, and the paper for it is not that bad either, and you get like 65 sheets of it at once. So for example, I have laminated like the little Meg character because Meg is a little she's a little puppet that I use. She's in the lessons a lot for like introducing herself when they're learning like, hi, my name is, or how old are you, and all of that. Also for conversation, I have little Mike, and Mike and Meg, they talk to each other, and it kind of helps the kid to understand conversation, like, hi Mike, how are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. So laminator, cheap, easy way to go, will save you money in the long run, so these, wonderful. You will notice, especially in the younger the younger lessons, like in Unit 2, which is the first VIPKID unit aside from pre-VIP, that it's going to ask a lot, what do you see? And although you can do TPR, what do you C. A lot of teachers use that, and it's fun to kind of shake it up a bit for the kids so that they can have something new. And so I found this little magnifying glass. I think I found this in the dollar aisle at Target maybe, and they love it. What do you see? So this is a fun little one too. I'm just showing you the ones that I use pretty much daily. And the fifth thing that I want to talk to you about is the reward systems. You do have to have reward systems. In some way, you have to make these kids feel good about what they've done. They've got to know that they're doing a good job just to keep them engaged and to keep them motivated to keep going. So within the little portal, there are 5 stars that the students can get. And so you give the kid a star every time they do really well, but then you're supposed to reward them as well with a reward that you come up with. You can use the rewards that VIPKID offers. You can print them out and laminate them and use those. And I do some, but I've found that I really like using my own reward systems. So you will find that the older kids like different types of rewards than the little kids. And so for the older kids around age 8 and up, usually I do something a little simpler. I even have my own little shiny star system for them, so that every time I give them a star on the computer, they get a star with some kind of cute little saying on it or a smiley face from me as well. And they love these. They love how shiny they are. They're so simple. They cost me 50 cents. I just drew on them with permanent marker. Cheapest reward system ever, and the kids love it. So that's one idea. So something that works really well for the little kids and even some of the older kids are these super cute little create a scene sticker scenes from Dollar Tree. These cost $1. You can get this one at the sweet shop, and it comes with this little scene that looks like this, and then it comes with all these little stickers, and I just cut them out and laminated the stickers and put little tacky sticky stuff on the back of them and laminated the scene, and that became a reward system. So for example, little fox is in a weird place. But if they, get a reward or whatever, I'll say, you get a fox, and then they get to stick the little fox on the scene. They like these. $1. Good idea. They also have this one that's a car one. I got this one as well. I haven't created it yet. Again, $1. It's going to be good for the boys, 7, 8 years old or so. They'll really like this a lot. And last but most certainly not least is your classroom environment. And this is my classroom. It's small, it's in a corner, it's literally in the corner of my kitchen. I have nowhere else in my house to put this classroom, but I love it. It's adorable. All of this stuff super cheap. Dollar Tree, Target, also a teacher store that I go to called Mardell's in Little Rock, Arkansas. But the maps are really convenient. You will use them a lot. A lot of times I'll say, I'll look at my kids and say, I am here and you are all the way over here. And they love seeing that. Also, you will teach lessons on, sorry, I keep hitting my table. You will teach lessons on America and the USA, and so it's convenient to have your US map as well. You'll also talk about oceans, and so it's nice to have the maps in the background for sure, because you do use them, and they create a really cute little backdrop if you don't have a cute wall like me. It's just tan. It's not fun, especially if you're a kid. And one more thing about your classroom, you need to have good lighting. This is something that they will tell you about in your interview, in your Mock 1 and your Mock 2. It's very important that you have good lighting. I found my light from IKEA. I'll drop a link in the description box. Nancy Taylor is a YouTuber who also teaches with VIPKID, and she uses this same light, and I cannot recommend it enough. Thank you, Nancy Taylor, for the idea for this light, because it is wonderful. I did replace the bulb. It comes with an LED. It says a 100-watt LED bulb, but I don't really believe it, because I had some LED 100-watt bulbs in my house, and I just put one of those in there, and it's way brighter. And as you can see, it gives this bright, white light, which works really, really well, especially since it is dark in the mornings when I start teaching. And so I would recommend that light. It's $40 maybe. It wasn't really for a whole entire lighting system, and it's all that I use. It was totally worth it. So I think that is all. I hope that maybe this video was in the least bit maybe possibly interesting to you, or maybe even helpful to you. If you have any questions or I don't know, whatever, comments, comment them. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm open to answering questions about the interview process, the mock class process, just the starting out and the getting booked, and just all of that first timer stuff. So, because I'm kind of there in it with you. So anyway, I think that's it. I will hopefully be back soon for another video. Bye!